So to conclude, because I think I have 1 minute left, to conclude, people who spend an effort on building their online reputation by creating content and making sure it's published and found online, which is only 22%, as we just saw, that's only this part of the group, they have 48% more business opportunities than the rest of you. So they get all the business. So now you know what to do. Pack your bags and go and sit over there. Thank you very much.
Anouk, fabulous. Yes. You know, when I met this lady for the first time and I heard what she had to say, I said, oh my God, I've been trying so hard to be on Google and nobody's calling me. So I'm obviously not doing it right. Thank you very much, Anouk. And Anouk will be around, so if you'd like to speak to her after the program, do let us know.
You can recognize me by my red dress.
Absolutely. So, moving on from cool brands, we have somebody who is bold and beautiful, and most important, brainy too. She is a person who has done a lot, succeeded, failed, got up again and done it. And she says, success is your best revenge. Do you agree? Success is your best revenge, right? And so please help me welcome the bold and the beautiful and the brainy Baran Abdallah.
Thank you, Sandy. Hi everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Baran Abdallah. I'm CEO of Be Beautiful Group. I'm a powerful woman irrespective of my age or nationality. I know you're going to leave here feeling inspired because I already feel inspired standing here. I feel the energy, don't you guys? Okay. I'd like to share my journey with you. It was up, it was down, and this is not how I started, so I'd like to share it with you. I'd like to give you a little bit of insight onto 3 elements that I believe that all of you need to encounter if you want to be successful. They would be hurdles, failure, and resistance. I'd like to give you a little bit of background of my business ventures. I currently own and operate a flower company, landscaping company, and 2 years ago I started a beauty distribution company, which is ironically male-dominated, even though we supply mostly to women. This is where I came across my first hurdle. When I came back to the UAE home in the mid-2000s from the United States, Dubai was a burgeoning economy. You know, there were job offers. My peers were being recruited by local and international companies, great packages. They were living the quintessential Dubai life, putting down payments on houses, buying fancy cars, but that wasn't for me. I wanted to fulfill my lifelong dream, which was to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to be just like my father, who's in the audience today. He is my complete inspiration. He is one of the greatest entrepreneurs. I think he's actually redefined the term in this country, created a legacy for himself, created thousands of jobs, created inspiration. So when Sandy mentioned inspiration, innovate, the only person I could think of is my father. I came across my first hurdle. I wanted to start a flower business. I'm 20 years old, lack of experience. I decided that I would choose Al Barsha. It was a new and upcoming area. There was no competition in a good 10-kilometer radius, and I had a lack of funding. I had no idea how capital intensive any kind of retail would be. I decided to go ahead and persevered. I opened my store on Valentine's Day, many years ago, And I worked there day and night. I did everything myself. I made flower arrangements. I cleaned up. And if any of you have seen me before, I probably delivered something to you. I think there is no shame in the dignity of labor. Within the first 6 months, even though money was tight, I generated enough cash flow to keep the business going, and within the second year, I was already generating profits. I was elated by my success, by my hard work. You know, that entrepreneurial drive, it was calling out to me, and I decided that I wanted to expand. You know, you always want more in life. I wanted to expand, so I decided that the logical step would be to start a landscaping company. And that's exactly what I did. And this is where I hit my second obstacle, which was failure. Failure to a huge extent. I got into business ventures that, because of my lack of experience, I partnered with the wrong people who, well, pretty much the point is that being naive and being trustworthy does not make for good business decisions. So I had lost all my money. I had completely failed. It was very sad. It was very sad, and to top things off, we had hit the recession, and my flower company was dwindling, and I felt very demotivated. I felt very, very down. I didn't know what to do. I had lost everything. I started to question myself. I started to question my beliefs. What kind of mistakes have I done? Would it have been better if I would have gotten a secure job like everybody else and get a paycheck at the end of the month? And by the way, everybody was making fun of me. Why did I go to college? Just to sell flowers? But you know what? I thought about it, and through the inspiration, who was my father, I thought, what would he do? I had to fight back. I couldn't let it break me, so I continued. The after effects of the crisis were the devaluation of property and rent, so the prices started to come down, and my flower company started to go up again. I started to feel hope. The business flourished. I even opened several more stores. You know, this is why I think that success is the best revenge. I knew who was making fun of me. I knew who was putting me down. I knew who was judging me, but I didn't let any of that bother me. 2013, that entrepreneurial spirit was calling me for more. I wanted to do something new. I decided this time that I'm going to get into a completely new field, the beauty distribution field. Great, something new for me, a new challenge. Little did I know that the beauty cosmetics industry is completely dominated by men. So I was entering hollowed ground of a fortress of men. I had no experience about this field, but I decided that I had to go ahead and that this is what I wanted to do. This was my passion. How can I live a life that it wasn't worth living if it wasn't what I wanted to do? Okay, I started. I was judged. I also was very stunned to realize that looking a certain way was working to my disadvantage. Men would not take me very seriously in the field, and I felt that I had to work a lot harder for them to gain my respect. My age played against me, my nationality played against me, and the way that I looked played against me. I continued. I fought everything that I had to. I've been 2 years in this business now. I have a good name. I consider myself successful, although I had gone through all the hurdles that I went through, which were resistance, failure, and okay. And hurdles, thank you. So I'd like to mention a quote that Winston Churchill said. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. I think Mr. Churchill is correct. Success is not final, but it sure feels good to being a young Emirati female entrepreneur living her dream in a man's world. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
We wish you every success.
Thank you very much.
And are you going to tell us what business you are in now, besides the flowers and the landscaping?
Flowers, landscaping, beauty distribution. I'm the distributor for Kardashian Beauty.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yes.
Anyway, and where can we find you?
You can find us at Virgin Megastores, Boots Pharmacy, Life Pharmacy, Cargi, and online.
All right. Thank you very much, ladies and
you.
gentlemen. Baran.
Thank you.
Now, we have a very interesting speaker. And this is a lady that I've been working with for a very, very long time. She's full of energy. She's very authentic. And she's here to give us something that is very memorable. Believe me, you're not going to forget her. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cordelia Henry.
Right, let me just get my props together, and I will be with you. So, I know it's a big room, but for those of you that are at the back, come and join us. This is the kitchen area. My name is Cordelia Henry, and I own the UAE franchise for the Referral Institute. Now, because I want to chat with you, I would like you to interact with me. Otherwise, it's lonely up here. So, when I ask you a question, what I would love you to do is raise your hands. Are you with me? We're good? Okay. So, why do so many people believe that passion will one day drop from the sky and they will know what to do with their lives and their business? I've got 3 questions that I believe prevent people from moving forward with their passion. And so I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Do you remember what we said about talking back to me? Cool. So my first question to all of you, is there anyone in the audience today that can define their passion? Thank you, lady in the black, gentleman in the blue, a few more there, ladies at the front. Fantastic. Later on, come and talk to me because I'm excited to know what your passions are. The other question I have for you is how many of us in this room like to procrastinate? Mañana, put things off until tomorrow. I'm putting up both hands because that happens to me. Come on, don't lie. Yes, yes, procrastinate. And the third question I've got for you, how many of us are prevented to move forward because we're scared? We don't know what's going to happen. What does the unknown look like? And because we don't know, we stop. Come on, you guys. Yes, hands up, myself included. So, in my opinion, these are the questions that prevent people from living their passion. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to share with you my answers to these 3 questions. But before I do so, I want you to know me. It's important that you understand my journey. So, growing up, I grew up in a very religious household where my parents were very passionate about God. And my dad was a self-absorbed workaholic. You thought I said alcoholic, right? No, workaholic. And my mum was extremely stretched, but she was a tower of strength in our community, and she continues to be that today. But you know the thing about my mama? She believed in me. She knew I could do it. So, I remember feeling very, very excited. But I'm not going to tell you how I felt excited because I'm going to tell you how I really felt growing up. I felt unloved. I felt invisible. And I felt rushed because my parents had 4 girls and 4 full-time jobs. So is there anybody in the audience today that comes from a big family? Yeah? Cool. Anyone has more than 6 siblings? 8. This is poker. 9. 10. 11. 12! Wow, round of applause to the lady that's got 12 siblings. I need to meet her mother because she deserves a bunch of roses. So anyway, I thought I came from a very big family, 3 siblings. And there was a day that it was just me and my mum. And so I was ecstatic because my siblings were not there. Have any of you been to London? Yeah? Don't go now, it's a bit chilly. But in London, if you do visit, there are these beautiful red buses. Have you seen the red buses? Yeah? In my day and age, the red buses didn't have any doors on them. Do not start calculating my age, you will get it right. And I remember that day when it was just me and my mum on the bus. And my mum had shopping bags in between her legs, on her shoulders, and she had this little 3-year-old that she was, holding on to, and her hands was up here. And I knew that morning that it was going to be me, my mum, and a bunch of strangers, because I had decided that the only way I could get attention was to be in the middle of it, right? So I asked for my mum to dress me in my favourite pink little smock dress, and I had these pink ribbons. Can you imagine how gorgeous I looked? I can't hear you. Can you not imagine how gorgeous? Thank you. So there I was on this bus with my mum, the red bus, and she gave me that look. Are there any parents in that room? You know that glaring look? Any parents?